Hi Aquarius, my name's Leona from Supra ConsciousSoul, and this is your December love reading. So the first card you got is, you are seeing this situation accurately. The second one, because I thought, well, that's not enough, is it? Follow your heart. So that is a very direct message. And we also have underneath the deck, we have peace offering. It says white buffalo, calf woman. So it must be asking you to give this peace offering, because underneath your other deck, we have the Knight of Cups. Now he's got an energy where he's here and he's coming and he kind of, it's like, it's an energy of being on a mission, an energy of like, oh, where shall I put my cup? Like, this cup is holy, where shall I put it? It's this energy of saying, look, is this really where I want to go with this? It's searching your intuition as well. It's listening for messages. It's listening for signs. It's listening for talking fish in cups. Yeah, so it's also underneath this deck we have perception. So it's asking you to change your perception about a problem, or to put on a different perception as well, because we have this theatre card. It's almost allowing yourself to be who you want to be. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords as your first card, and this is you feeling trapped by a situation, trapped by an energy. It's trapped by a thought, it's trapped by an idea, it's trapped by a regret possibly. It's being trapped by something you kind of feel like you've created, because underneath that we have the Knight of Swords. Now this, he's like, look, I've chosen this path, I'm going on this path, and I need to focus until I can get to somewhere that is not making me have to balance. So he's like, he has to focus on the path that he's going, and he's feeling like it could be that things are distracting him, or it could be that you feel like you've chosen this path, so now you have to kind of follow it, or you have to kind of deal with the consequences of a choice or a consequence of a path. Underneath that we have the King of Cups. So it is to do with relationships. It's to do with trying to get yourself in a place of more emotional stability. It's about knowing that you can control your emotions within this situation, and you're kind of thinking it's almost like in this situation, well, you got follow the heart. And I was going to say as well, it's Saint Francis of Assisi, so it could be something to do about protection in terms of children as well, because he protects children. So it's almost saying that it's like you're using your logic about a situation, and it's kind of rocky. But this is saying that in order to you can use the King of Cups is a very stable emotional energy. So it's saying that you can trust to follow your heart. You can use this energy of the King of Cups to follow your heart. In the center of your reading, you have the Five of Swords. So this is you wanting to walk away from conflict, wanting to, feeling like it could also be an inner conflict for you in terms of relationship, but wanting to walk away. Because above that, you have this stability. You have the King of Pentacles, and this is saying that you're trying to manifest. You're trying to sort out something that's concrete, something that's stable, something that is not going to break down, something that's going to last, something that you can feel secure in and grow abundance from. Underneath the Five of Swords, so it's about, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So it's almost like there could be worry about a relationship, and worried about how it's going to manifest for you in the future, how it's going to affect your finances in the future, how it's going to affect what you're doing. But the Wheel of Fortune is asking you to stay balanced within the center of this. It's like you might be up now, but you're gonna have a point where you're down. So it's asking you to just follow the momentum, for follow your heart, and that will lead you to the right place. You do want to leave this conflict behind. You're not bothered about winning anymore. It's like, you know what, I'm done with that. And the reason is because you've got these regrets. You've got all these past regrets. It's like you could have been the one that did something to somebody, and you're holding on to these regrets, or you're feeling this remorse, or this kind of inner torture. But it also tells me that you're healing from this, and you're learning to kind of harness your emotions more, harness these mental thoughts, because it's like, all right, now I've done that, I can just relax now. So as you go through the reading, it gets less. It goes from this 8 of feeling trapped to like, all right, I'm having to deal with this now. I'm having to deal with these thoughts. I'm having to, because they could be repetitive, and they're feelings of guilt, they're feelings of feeling like, or they're feeling like somebody's done this to you. Obviously, the energy can work both ways in readings, because this is not a personal reading. So, and underneath the 3 of Swords, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is your Queen. Look, we have the King and the Queen here. So there is this sense of relationship, but there's also this sense of remorse, or this sense that something could have happened between you. Next to the 3 of Swords, we also have the Strength card. So this is telling you to have inner strength this month. It's telling you to have an inner confidence in, and to trust in your decisions, to trust in your instincts as well. It's saying, all right, allow all that, have the forgiveness, forgive yourself, and stay strong. But you see, with the Strength card, it's not about external strength. It's not about trying to force someone to be the same way you are, or feeling like they have to match you in some way, or feeling like, it's this sense of the Queen of Pentacles. I don't even feel like she feels that way. She is quite a nurturing character. She is somebody that will all right, she might hold a few resentments against that, but then we have this energy of a partnership here, essentially, and she is the brighter side of him as well here. She is bringing out the brighter side in him, or he is bringing out the brighter side in her. And there is this awakening, because next to that we have an awakening. So it could be that there's this newfound love for this person, or this person comes into your life and you're awakened to the possibility of this relationship if you're not already with your Queen of Pentacles. So it talks about awakening. It talks about feelings that are coming up. It talks about you having to deal with feelings that are coming up. Maybe you didn't think these feelings were going to come up before. Maybe you didn't think you was going to have these regrets about a situation. Or it's like, because underneath that we have this rebirth. We have this awakening with the Judgment card. We have this strengthening of a unit as well, but it's also, it's like they're facing what's happened together, and it's almost like, they're facing what they've done. It's that weighing up as well. We have the Horus there. There's a weighing up of a situation. There's a weighing up of feathers to say, like, is this worth ending this? Is this worth a new beginning? Is this worth getting vulnerable for as well? Because next to that we have gentleness, and this is saying to show the more gentle side of you. And I know, Aquarius, you're an air sign, so you actually feel more comfortable when you're there. Like, you're like, I'm doing this, I'm focused, leave me alone. And I feel like this month for you guys as well, it's gonna be, there's gonna be a problem communicating for all of us, because we're gonna have the Mercury retrograde on the 3rd of December. So I think communication's gonna be a problem. So maybe you can show it with gentleness, show it with love, show it with an inner compassion, because you're very emotionally centered and you're focused on your finances. And we do have your Queen here as well, and the Wheel of Fortune. So life is good, Aquarius. Life is good. Stay blessed.